At this point, we're getting ready to break into our individual sessions. If you notice the church diagram in the back of your book, the youth are going to be meeting in the northeast pod for the college class and high school. And the adults will have again whether so.
I mean, we can take Brother Allison. He's been running around like a chief on his head cut off this week. He's committed. He was committed to this workshop being a success, and it is. This job. A willing mind will cause members to learn their parts, know words to the songs, and be a part of the choir's program. How many choir members you know who don't know the parts to the songs, but every time it's time to sing, they there.
Yes.
Lots of them. They're not dedicated. They just want to be seen. They want to get up on stage and look good. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. Commitment is about attitude. The attitude with which we approach responsibility will be exhibited in whatever one undertakes to do. If you are a person that likes to be on time, you'll always strive to be on time. If you like a good reputation, then you'll always strive to ensure a good name. If you're not satisfied with just getting by, you make every effort to do your best. When problems arise in your personal life, when your work situation or your daily routine becomes the cause of fatigue and depression, your desire to sing and your commitment to your group will not stop, because singing means so much to you. You may not have to sing, and your commitment to your, you may have to take a leave of absence to regroup or devote your time to the situation. But your committed attitude will cause you to consider your role and to value your group more. Determination assists and supports commitment. I have that outline. To be determined means not giving up on your commitment. Desire will strengthen your determination to hang on.
And cover every line in space all the way up to the top. What do you notice? It's going alphabetically all the way from the bass staff all the way up to the treble staff. You see that? So let's do it. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, middle C, right? Middle C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. From A to G, from A to G, from A to G. Okay? And that's your staff. All right. Anybody got any questions about that before we move on? Okay? Now, our earlier music, we talked also about these bar lines here. Now, we said the wide bar line and the narrow bar line was what? Okay. This here, if you look in a book, if you have any books with you, you probably should have brought some books too. You have a wide bar line and a narrow bar line. Now, those bar lines, that particular double bar tells you what thing? What? It's the end of the song, okay? So after you see this, there's nothing else left. Okay, what about the narrow bar lines? End of a part, right, end of a part. That means that this part has ended, but there's still more left to the song, right? All right, now, our earlier music, anybody have, I had a rat in here last night for you, right?
And you can't sing properly if you have something in your mouth. You can't talk properly if you have something in your mouth, other than teeth, gums, and saliva, and your tongue. So you should get rid of all of those things. I like to, when I'm rehearsing, or I'm going to be working with the group that's rehearsing, that water is nothing better than that to hydrate the throat. Now, your voice, throat might get dry, your mouth might get dry. Have you some water available when you're going to be rehearsing. What's another thing that is essential if you're going to be serious about music ministry and spreading the word through song sequencing that you should have? Concentration is key. Yes.
It's not about you, it's about the Lord.
It's not about you, it's about the Lord. That should be the first thing that you should remember. In addition to that, they said that they had tapes available to practice with it. Anybody purchase one? Did you listen to it last night or this morning? That's the whole purpose of that. So that you can go over it again, no matter how much it was, but even if you bring your own tape recorder, and have it with you so that you can go back home and rehearse. Often, and how many of you have been guilty of this at one point or another, you were working with your ensemble. And the sessions were given and it was taped, or it wasn't taped, and even if you didn't tape it yourself, you never went back home after that day was over to practice. Anybody been guilty of that? You sang in practice and then that was it, and then you didn't go over it again to review, to remind you, to study until the next practice. And I forgot it all. Not gonna work. It's just like studying. It doesn't. It's not just important to remember that I can sing.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, and let me stand. I am so tired, and I am so weak, and I am so worn. Please help me, Lord, through the storm.
The idea of the shaped notes is not to make musicians out of it. The idea is to be able to know enough about the way that we sing in the church of Christ. And it's unique to us, and it's something that is passed on as a matter of tradition. You won't pick it up in your colleges, your universities, I don't care how many degrees professors may have. What we're teaching here today is something that is passed on from generation to generation, and be ashamed for it to be lost. And basically we're talking about some geometric shapes. We can actually, because of the shape, we can lift the songs off of the page and basically put it on a straight line, and by the shape we know what it sounds like. And so if the song leader then can establish what we referred to earlier as the absolute pitch, we can always make the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. We can always make that relevant. The key to it is to learn the distance between tones. Each one of these shapes represents the distance between tones. And so if we're able then to establish what we call the absolute pitch, then we can make the relative pitch, lay it on top of it, and do the song. So we're going to take, for instance, the key of C. Remember, the only thing that's different, that will be different in this type of music and the shape is when you look at it in your songbooks, it's on staff.